What's good, y'all? L Famous, living my life, not thinking about it twice. Don't be scared to like, subscribe, or share this dope content if you like it, you heard? Let's get it. Let's get it. This joint right here about Southport, you heard? When I landed in Southport for the very first time, you know what I'm saying? A block, you know what I'm saying? Now, boom. When I first got to Southport, you know what I'm saying, I see my man Star, Money Murder, you heard, from LG Projects, and Bush was locked on the company with me, you heard? Bush, they used to call LG Bush Gardens, you heard? Back in the days, I heard when Bush was out there, they used to call LG Bush Gardens, because LG is Lafayette Gardens, they used to call it Bush Gardens, you heard? And I'm gonna tell you how, when I was around some gangsters, how I learned how to move and how I learned how to be. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Now, it's funny because when I landed on the company, right, I told y'all in another story on St. Last platform, on my Southport story, I told y'all how Star, you know what I'm saying, was putting me on to, you know, don't be getting into arguments with dudes in the box because dudes is MO, you know what I'm saying? Dudes be throwing shit, dudes be throwing piss, dudes be doing a lot of crazy stuff in the box, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be having a regular conversation with a dude and a dude will turn that into an argument, you know what I'm saying? Dude will turn a disagreement to an argument, dude will turn anything into an argument. And then you got a lot of dudes that they losing their mind, you know what I'm saying? Because the box, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't handle that box, you know what I'm saying? That box is terrible, you know what I'm saying? But the strong will survive. The strong will survive. You heard? The mentally strong will survive. The mentally strong will survive. I'm gonna tell you again. Now I told y'all in the story before, I'm not gonna talk about the story that I did on St. Last platform. I'm gonna tell y'all the things that I didn't talk about in the story. Now, on a company with us, I had one of my neighbors was G, the ex-blood dude that shitted down Deadeye. You heard? Classic. You heard I told that story on St. Last. Go to L Famous St. Last when the shit slinger joint. You heard? When I was in Southport, go to that joint. I forgot the title, but go to that joint. You heard? Notorious shit slinger or whatever. I forgot the title. You heard? But on this side was G, shitted the nigga dead. I caught him in the mouth and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shit was a classic. You heard? Deadeye, if you out there, I heard you still you got back locked up. Deadeye, you was a petty nigga, man. You was a petty nigga, man. That's why that shit happened to you. Part of my words. But yo, so right, on one side I had G on me, on one side, right, and then on the other side I had this old timer named Big Smitty. And anybody now, I only heard of two Smitties up there. This one that I met and the KO Smitty. I never met KO Smitty, but I was up there with him. He's a legend. He's a jailhouse legend. You know what I'm saying? KO Smitty. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude that talked a little bit about Smitty on the channel, right? Now look. This dude is Big Smitty from out of Harlem. You heard? And he's an old timer. He got the old school values. He talk like an old timer and all that. He be like, yeah, yo, man, yo, come on, man, don't play with me, man. Don't play with me, man. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Actually, he was a hitman in the street. You know what I'm saying? He had about 75 years to do, but he gave back 50 years. So he was on 25 to life or 30 to life. You know what I'm saying? But he was a hitman in the street. You know what I'm saying? He did a famous hit in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say the one, because if I say it, everybody gonna remember that hit. You know what I'm saying? He did the famous hit in Harlem, and he was locked up for it. You know what I'm saying? Big Smitty, you heard? Big Smitty out of Harlem, you heard? And he was a hitman in the street. And he was my other neighbor. And he used to be bugging out on me because I used to be telling him I used to do 1,000 push-ups a day. Because in the box I used to do 1,000 push-ups a day, and I used to do like 1,000 dips. You know what I'm saying? I used to do 1,000 push-ups and I used to do dips off my bed and off my whatchamacallit, off my counter. You know what I'm saying? That they got in your cell. So boom. Boom. And he used to work out too. He was an old timer. He used to do workout, and he had, like I said, he had old school values. So I used to read real stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't read regular novels like John Grisham and all them regular novels and stuff. So he used to do a lot of reading. So when a book cart used to come and all that, I used to be getting like magazines, National Geographics, and or whatever I could get that I used to like to read, real stuff. And he used to be like, yo, L, man, you got to start reading more and this and that and that and this and this and that. So me and him almost got into an argument one day because I told him, yo, man, I like to read real stuff. I don't like to read fake stuff, fiction, or you know what I'm saying. I like to read real stuff. You know what I'm saying. So he was like, yo, you're in the box. He was talking that old timer shit to me. He was like, yo, you're in the box. You got to read whatever you could read, man. You know what I'm saying. You in the box, man. You in the box, young brother. You in the box. So it took a little time, but it started getting to me. I started reading everything, but I used to only read like real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So boom, sharpening. I self-educated myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got my GED up there, but I self-educated myself. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So so now my next neighbor from him was the dude from Brooklyn named Boomer. Everybody remember Boomer? I don't know if y'all know Boomer out there. Boomer from Bushwick. You heard? He was in the Cat. You know what I'm saying? Boomer. You know what I'm saying? Boomer was a funny nigga. Me and Boomer, got cool too. And then he fell out with Star. You know what I'm saying? Star pulled back. Star was fucking with him, but Star pulled back from him because, Boomer was on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Boomer was on that Kawasaki shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a G, but he still had the young mentality at the same time too. You know what I'm saying? So you had Boomer, then you had Star, then you had Loco, then you had Bush. You heard? Now Bush was an interesting character because Bush was official. You know what I'm saying? I met Bush through Star. You know what I'm saying? Bush was Star OG. You know what I'm saying? And they was breaking down, and I basically heard who Bush was. I heard that basically, Bush was in there for a crime he didn't do. You understand what I'm saying? And basically, he was supposed to be going home any day now. And when I was with Bush, he only had 10 years in. You know what I'm saying? And he was on his law shit. He was trying to get home. You know what I'm saying? But when I was with him, he was in the course of maybe going home any day now at that time. And Bush was official. He had Little Kim. He had official people from Brooklyn coming up to see him. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of them boosted chicks from out the projects, from out of LG coming up to see him. Legendary people. You heard people that they kept it official. They were stand up people. You know what I'm saying? Bush used to go down. You know what I'm saying? Every week. He was one of the guys that I seen used to go down every weekend. So when you see a person goes down every weekend, that's letting you know that a person has a support system. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't have a situation with a girl or a shorty. He has a support system. He goes down every week. You know what I'm saying? Every week. You know what I'm saying? And different people come to see him. Every week. You heard? So, he was official. You know what I'm saying? I remember one day, we all talking on the gate, and we talking about Tupac and everything. And I started talking about, yo, man, Brooklyn dudes is grimy, man. I said, yo, man, why niggas did that to Pac, man? Pac should have had a pass, man. You know what I'm saying? This and that and this and that and this. So the nigga Star, he gonna send me a kite down and gonna say, yo, L, chill. Stop talking like that about Tupac like that. Boom, boom, because the Bush is in here. But, so I stopped talking. But in my mind, I was started thinking, like, what the hell I gotta stop talking for him because about Tupac and all that situation because Bush is here on the company. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know the connections that Bush had to all them official gangster dudes in Brooklyn or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, that was a time that, I was on the company A Block with my man Star from LG. You know what I'm saying? And Bush. You know what I'm saying? Star used to tell me talk about everything. He told me about what happened with him and World, you know what I'm saying? And he told me about other things, you know what I'm saying? And he used to really talk about Nut, you know what I'm saying? He used to talk about Nut. Nut was his guy, you know what I'm saying? Nut was his guy. Matter of fact, Nut was still alive. Nut was in contact with Nut. Star was in contact with Nut before Nut was got killed. God bless the dead. Nut. Star used to talk about Nut. Star, I think, don't quote me wrong, my man Star, I think he was dealing with Nut's sister at the time. You know what I'm saying? He was in the course of marrying her, or he married her. I'm not. Don't quote me wrong. I don't want nobody to take my head off for what I know. You heard? But you know, I don't know how the situation ended or what happened at the end of the road. I don't know if Star, you know, continued to be with her or whatever. I don't know how all that happened, but I just know my man Star was Nut's best friend. He told me that Nut was one of his best friends. I think they grew up in the same building, I believe. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. You heard? You know what I'm saying? St. Laz sent me the whatchamacallit. You heard on Star how he got locked up out of town for some bull crap. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope he get a chance to come home or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because he was a good brother. You know what I'm saying? When I was with Star, we was both down move. He was claiming sex, money, murder. You know what I'm saying? He had a little slight position in it. You know what I'm saying? He had respect. Everybody knew him because he was back on his second bid. And on his first bid, he was putting in work. But on his second bid, he was really putting in work. When he was Blood, Star was put in a little work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was the porter with us on Southport. Then when he left, I became the porter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I took Star advice because he told me how to act in the box in Southport so I could get the porter position, because all I did was just be myself and just I guess every time the police seen me and went by my cell, did this count, because the police be watching you and the police be paying attention to you. So they see how you are and they seeing how you handling that box time. So most of the time the police walk by my cell, I was either doing my push-ups, they seen my cell was clean. They seen I kept my hygiene clean. They seen that I wasn't on the gate arguing with niggas and doing all that crazy shit. So when Star left, and he didn't, I don't think he threw no word in the woman, because you can't throw no word in for no porter and Star. You can throw the word in, but they give the porter, they give whoever they want to give the porter. You heard? Like I told you, the regulars be looking at people. They be monitoring people. They be walking by acting like they not worrying about people, but they be worrying about people, and they watching people, and they seeing if you dirty, you wacky, you crazy, you sane, whatever you is. You know what I'm saying? So they always seeing me official. You know what I'm saying? So they always see me official. So as soon as Star left, they cracked my cell, porter. I was dumb happy. When I say happy, I was dumb happy, man. I was dumb happy. You know what I'm saying? Told you. And when I was porter, that nigga Deadeye was still there. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't want no problems with me. That nigga ain't want no problems with me, because that dude know. If I was a foul dude, I could have starved him out. I could have shitted them down. I could have made everybody piss in a cup or shit in the cup or do some shit. Anybody that was willing to do it, I'd be like, yo, piss in this shit, do this shit, yo. Or I tell some niggas to brew some shit, and I could have came, man, and act like I'm feeding them, and I could have said, blam, nigga. You coming with that bull crap talking about you gonna shit me down. You know what I'm saying? But like I told you, I'm official. I would have waited till I ever seen the dude I would have seen him in population if I would have popped on him or something. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna get popped on. You heard? Because he was like, he got too disrespectful on that gate. It was just that, like I told y'all, I was official dude. I wasn't gonna do nothing to you if I couldn't really get to you, nigga. I wanted that action. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that action. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't do no sucker joint in jail. No sucker joints in jail. I ain't cut nobody from the back. I ain't try to stab nobody and they ain't never see it coming and none of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything was official. Gun to guns, blowing niggas, stabbing niggas, whatever it was. You heard? Fighting niggas. You heard? I sent the nigga to the outside hospital with a fight, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hit a nigga in Wendy with the first hit, split the joint under his eye. Dude outlaw. Suck ass dude. You heard? Everybody know if you was in Wendy at that time, sent like 3-4 dudes to the PC. Like 3 dudes went to PC. Miguel went to PC. Green Eyes went to PC, and Cuba eventually went to PC. You heard? You know what I'm saying? The dude outlaw that burnt my cell, he tried to stay in population, but he was scared to go anywhere. He only went to the mess hall that day. I caught him in the mess hall, split him, hit him with one hit, hit him with that first hit, split his joint. You heard? Then I grabbed him like this, and I just started whacking him. You know what I'm saying? Had the whole mess hall going, go L, go L. Everybody was in there. My little homie Shorty Brolick from Washington Heights, Dominican Shorty Brolick. You heard? It was official dudes in Wendy, B. You heard? Gave me 6 months in the box for that. You heard? Southport, back to Southport. You heard? So I'm telling you, man. You heard that jail experience was crazy. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Southport. You know what I'm saying? Now when I went back for the second time, and then for the second time, I was porter, but I wasn't porter on level 2. The first time I was porter on level 2. But this time when I went to Southport, I was porter on level 3. You heard? I didn't make it to be porter on level 2, but I made it to be porter on level 3. Then I went back to population. They sent me to Attica. You heard? And technically I went home from Attica. You know what I'm saying? But I went home in the special program in Sing Sing that they send you home 2 months before you go home. Like some like the medium dudes, they send them dudes to which they call that shit Queensboro. Well, if you in the Max, they started a new program in Sing Sing. They opened up 2 companies, the Flats and the Bottom. I forgot what block, and they was letting dudes 2 months shy of your release date, your board or your it was mainly your CR. You heard? Dudes that was CRing and all that, or maxing or whatever. You heard? 2 months before you was going home, they send you down there to the special program in Sing Sing. You know what I'm saying? And that was crazy too, because you know what happened to me 2 days before I was going home. 2 days before I was going home, I had a neighbor. You heard? I don't know what had happened. I was going home like in 2 days, exactly 2 days. I had 2 days left. I had less than 48 hours left. And I was in my cell. I wasn't even going to rec. Like I went to rec, but I was going back on the early go back. So I came back on the early go back. That's what happened. I came back on the early go back, and I'm in my cell. So and my cell is kind of naked and shit. If you walk by my cell, all I had in there was my pictures and a little bit of shit, because I gave away a lot of my shit to my son Germs in Attica, and then I gave away the rest of my shit to my man Al from Webb. You know what I'm saying? So my cell was naked. You know what I'm saying? I looked kind of naked. All I had in there was my pictures and my blanket and towel and shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you walk by, you'll look like I just came up north. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So my neighbor, we locked in the last 2 cells. Well, matter of fact, the first 2 cells. You heard? And where we locked at, everybody, it was the program right there. So it was matter of fact, it was the small, the little gym or something was right there. So people was going over there or whatever, right? So they brought a dude in, they locked my neighbor up, the dude that was locked in the first cell. They locked him up. They threw him in the cell. So But when they threw him in the cell, he was beefing with them. I don't know where they dragged him from, but they dragged him from somewhere, and he was beefing with them niggas. So they threw him in the cell, and basically, after a minute, about 5-10 minutes later, about 3 Spanish police came. You heard? With black gloves. You know what I'm saying? And they was like they cracked the nigga's cell. And then they just start beating the nigga up. So now so now you hear mad people. Well, nobody really on my company was saying anything because like I told y'all, all of us was going home. So you hear dudes upstairs going crazy. Yo, man, what y'all doing, man? Word up, man. Y'all faggot ass niggas. Yo, what y'all doing? Get off him, man. Yo, this was the first time that like I can't, not the first time, but I cried, B. Like I cried, man. I really cried, B, because I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't come out my cell and pop because if I did, I was losing my date. You heard? I was going to lose my mother effing date. You know what I'm saying? And I worked hard to get home. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard to get home. I mean, I got my GED. I did floor covering. I did barbering. I did custodial maintenance. I got AA. I got NA. I got alternative to violence. I did a lot to come home, and I did half of my time. I did seven years. Half of that was in the box. 3.5 of that was in the box. No exaggeration, no fronting. You heard? SHU. You heard? SHU. You know what I'm saying? So, with me doing half of my time in the box and achieving my GED, barbering, I was in barbering, I was in floor covering, I was in custodial maintenance, and NA, AVP, alternative to violence, ART, you heard? ASAC, I did ASAC because I had to do that because I was locked up with drugs, so I had to do ASAC. I did ASAC, you heard? All these programs that I did. So I got less than 48 hours to walk out that door, to sign those papers and go home with my family. And my neighbor went to the rec, got into something with the CEO, a lady CEO. I heard he got into an argument with a lady CEO. See how it go? He got into an argument with a lady CEO. Now they locked him up. But that wasn't it for them. The lady CEO went and called her boys, 3 Spanish dudes with their gloves on, came around, cracked his gate, and they beat him up. And I couldn't say nothing, do nothing, or nothing. And I felt bad as a man because I'm like, yo, all this time I've been in jail, this never happened to me where police actually beat somebody up right around me, you know what I'm saying? But here it is, a day before I'm about to go home, the police beat a dude up right around me. So I gotta, whatchamacallit, you gotta remember, if I say anything, they're right. It's not like I'm the dudes upstairs that's saying, yo, you get off them, or whatever they saying, because they ain't gonna get caught. They ain't getting caught. Ain't no police up there to know who's saying that. You know what I'm saying? But if I say something, if I be like, yo, get off them, man, what y'all doing? Guess what's gonna happen to me? They either gonna close that cell, and they're gonna say, open this cell. And they're gonna do the same thing to me, and I'm gonna lose my date, whatever, because their word is golden over your word in jail. CEOs could possibly almost do anything to you and get away with it. That's why you hearing about people be dying up north and all that. Then they come and say he hung himself. Come on, man. I've been in the jail like that too. I've been in the jail with a problematic dude where he tried to escape from Woodburn and he killed the CEO or something. You heard? And he was locked up in the box in the nap, and he used to be refusing to eat. They had him on a loaf. Actually, they had him on what you call it, a liquid diet. They had him on a liquid diet. You see how dirty they'll do you if they want to do? They'll put you on a liquid diet, B. You know what a liquid diet is? I'm telling you, B. And one night, I remember the state troopers waking us up all night. They tried to say the dude hung himself. But nah, they used to run in there and beat that dude ass. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if the dude officially did kill himself or they went in there and they choked him out. You know what I'm saying? Because I was asleep that night, and I was in a box, and I was in SHU. You know what I'm saying? Them joints be thick. Them walls is thick. The light, you don't even have no control over your light. Actually, that light messed up my eyes. You heard I'm supposed to be wearing glasses today because of that light. I don't care if you sleep. You could be under the cover and you could be sleep under the cover. When that light come on, you know that light is on. That's how bright that light is. That light messes up a lot of people's eyes. People should get a class action lawsuit in because of what they did to a lot of people. They messed up a lot of people's eyes. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know it messed up mine. You know what I'm saying? I know it messed up mine. Because I'm telling y'all, the lights is controlled by the police in the bubble. And word to my mother, when they turn that light on in that SHU box, you could be under the cover, under the pillow, and everything. When they turn that light on, you know that light is on. That's how bright that light is. That's how energetic that light is. I don't know what type of light that is, but that light be tearing people up. It be destroying, you be tearing, you be reading books and all that. After a while, you start tearing and all that because that light is so strong, man. It's so strong, man. And they control the light. They cut it on at a certain time and they cut it off at a certain time. So you don't have no control of that light, none at all. Yo, man, I'm gonna get back to y'all, but yo, enjoy the joints, man. Here we go. Let's get it again.